You're watching the KUSI News at 5.
So wildfire season is, of course, year-round here in California, but peak wildfire season is fast approaching, and some inland communities are actually more susceptible to the risk of wildfire than others, and that is why San Diego Gas and Electric is encouraging residents to attend one of the upcoming Wildfire Safety Fairs. And Denice, the communications manager for SDGE, joins us with what we need to know to stay informed. Hi, Denice. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing great. So the first one is this coming Saturday, right, in Ramona, and I know you just had one and it was pretty successful. What do people need to know?
Well, the nice thing is we're asking people to come with questions. So this is a really fun way to put a spotlight on a pretty serious subject, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have the upcoming wildfire season. So what we would love for people to do is to come prepared and have questions, because we're going to have a lot of industry experts there, so that way they can talk about, as you were just talking, the defensible space, things like that. Any questions that they have will be answered at these fairs.
So here's the first one. It's this coming Saturday at the Ramona Community Center, and it's from 10 to 2:30. Then you've got another one in Alpine, if people can't make that one, on September 14th,
Yes.
right? That's a Saturday. So what can people expect? And then there's the information if you want to make the Alpine one, and we'll of course put that on the website. I think we have some video from a previous one, and it was a pretty good turnout.
Yes, and the nice thing is we'll have over 25 representatives from a lot of different organizations there. So we have like CAL FIRE, we have the Red Cross, the San Diego County Animal Service, and of course SDGE. We're going to be there with all of our representatives. And the fun thing is there we have the kids that are going to be there, right? So we have the face painting, and we have free hot dogs, and we have free ice cream, and all of that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a fun event, but again, kind of shining a light on a serious subject, which is the upcoming preparedness for the fire season.
What are some of the issues that you find people are coming to these fairs with? What are their concerns?
Well, a lot of the things that people ask, of course, is like, do I have a safety kit? So the first 350 people that come will be able to get one of these safety kits, and and this is a nice starter kit, but what we want people to do is to go ahead and continue to put things in there, right? So if something happens on that day and you need to get out of the house, you need to have an evacuation plan. So that's one of the things that we talk to people about, and also make sure that that safety kit is up to speed and just ready to get out the door if you need to.
When you're talking about an evacuation plan, you're talking about not just getting out of the house, but getting out of the neighborhood, maybe?
And I think it's really important to practice. So you want to get together with your kids and your wife and practice all of the time. Like, hey, if a situation happens right now, what are we going to do? So there's no confusion in that moment. And one of the tips that I learned the other day that I thought was pretty amazing is to always have a pair of shoes under your bed or right next to your bed.
So you can throw them on and get out of there.
They said there's a lot of injuries that happen when people run out of the house because they're scared and they don't know what's going on and they don't have shoes on.
Sure.
So think about just the little things. If you think about kind of the common sense kinds of things to get out of the house and get safe, that's really what we're there to kind of generate, kind of that thought process.
Sure, there's the wildfires that are coming maybe towards your home that you've got to be aware of and get out. And then there's, of course, just house fires, and we cover so many of those, unfortunately, in the news. Some people just don't have smoke alarms in their homes, or they have them, but they went off because they were making some dinner, and then they took the battery out and forgot to put them back in. Tell me about some of the things that are in the bag, just as a starter kit.
Yeah, so like I said, the fun thing is to kind of, when you get there, the one thing that everybody wants to do is open it up and see what's inside.
Sure.
And there are a lot of fun things in there. There's the mask that's in there, so that's something that's going to help during that time of evacuation. There's also like a water bottle that you can fill up. I did notice that there was a roll of toilet paper that's in there. So it's kind of those little things that people don't think about that you're going to need. So the things that we suggest that you also put in there, something that people can do on their own, is make sure that they have the flashlights with the extra batteries, right?
Of course.
Try to have some sort of radio that's going to make sure that you have an extra battery pack for your phone. You know, those are the kinds of things. So just really go down that list and make sure that if you needed to get out of the house, make sure you have your medications.
Yeah. How do they get notified? I think there are some apps, and you know, of course, they're trying to do that reverse 911. So if there is a problem, you'll of course get notified so that you have time to get out of the area.
Well, what we do is we ask everyone to go to sdge.com and look on the website. And on that website, there's all of that information there for people to really figure out exactly how they can go ahead and register for that.
All right, Denice, and we'll of course put the information up on our website.
Yes.
Saturday is Ramona. September 14th is Alpine. So they can get all kinds of great information.
Yeah, we invite everyone to come out. KUSI, come on out.
I'm sure we'll be there. Thanks, Denice.
Great, thanks.
Appreciate it.